Let's hear it for Dr. Cyntrell. Crawford!
I worked the graveyard shift in the psychiatric emergency ward in North Philly. At first, I wasn't scared. But then I had urine thrown on me. Have you ever tracked through someone else's urine? I had men pulling their pants down while I'm interviewing them, masturbating in front of me. I've had people, have you ever seen the zombie apocalypse? Yeah. You know, I hate the reference to drug addiction to the zombies, but that's the best way to describe it. You see people walking around, slumped over, their eyes sunken in, their skin dry and saggy. They look far older than they are. They have wounds due to injections, abscesses oozing. Just like the zombie, like Walking Dead. So that's pretty much my life right now. Actually, after this, I will be going back to my life in the next 2 hours. But I recently had a young woman. Her name is Faith, not her real name, but I like Faith because I have faith in people. That's a curse and a gift. She came in to see me. They said she was 40. She looked about 65. The only thing that made me recognize she was 40 is actually her hair was blonde. Everything else was older. No, there's some really good looking older women, but she just didn't have that look. She had wounds and bruising all over her neck from injecting needles in her veins. She had open abscesses on her arms, like leaking, like the nurses wanted me to send her out. I was like, well, she says it's not a problem. Let's just, put some salve on it and wrap it up. So I was talking to her, and her opening line to me was, Doc, I really used to enjoy prostituting. I thought it was very fun jumping in and out of cars with men and meeting new people. And I thought to myself, in my own head, that's the most dangerous thing I've ever heard in my life. Then she said out loud, then I realized I can die. I was like, oh, thank God. She has some insight into her situation. Not the drug use right now, but at least the prostituting. She said, I have a daughter, and she wants to be a doctor. She believes in me. I was like, okay. I want to see her graduate college. She's an EMT now in Maryland, and I want to see her graduate. I was like, well, how do you suspect to do that? And she said, I have to stop using drugs. I was like, okay. She said, can you help me do that? I said, oh, that's my specialty. No, I didn't say it like that. That's what I do. So I said, yes, I can. She had just used within the last hour of meeting me. So my first option for her was detox. It was a late on a Saturday afternoon, I remember, because I work Saturdays. So I knew I wasn't going to get her into rehab for a while. So I told her I can start the detox, and then I'll send her to rehab. So I told her, but you have to stay 90 days. And she said, okay. That never worked for me before. It's like, well, now you have a different outlook, right? You want to see your daughter graduate. Aren't you tired of those open sores on your arm? You just told me you're tired of prostituting. You're homeless. She actually had a bruise on her face from some guy kicking her while she was sleeping on the street. So she had a rough life. So we agreed that she'll go to rehab, and she's in rehab today. I don't know the outcome to her story just yet, but I know that that's the story I get from 50% of my population in North Philly. I tell you guys all the time my story with having a little bit too much to drink every once in a while. So I'm a little different than most doctors. I have a lot more compassion for people with addiction. And that actually comes through to them. I believe everyone should have a second chance. And I'm Dr. Cyntrell Crawford. I'm the co-founder of optionspa.com, and I help people get second chances. Yeah.